question really to allude to. Do we think Arsenal and Tottenham are title challengers this season?
I mean, do you want? I mean, were we gonna? Do you want to briefly cut? Well, they both won over the weekend again.
Yeah. So to put a little bit of context before we debate it, is Arsenal got a late win against Fulham at home to keep up the momentum of 4 wins out of 4, and Spurs won today, a 2-0 win away at Forest, and they are 3 wins, 1 draw. The one draw being against Chelsea away. So both teams in I think we're first and second in the league, are we? I'd imagine so.
City is second.
City second, maybe. But yeah, so right up there with the likes of City, who we all are assuming they're going to be the ones that we have to challenge. So how do you guys see it? Can Arsenal win the league?
Ollie, you take this away. Let Ollie say it first.
Okay, fine.
Come on, Ollie.
Ollie, tell me your best, yeah. Don't even try and get out of this as well.
What do you mean? Making mad statements.
Don't even try. Don't even try and be. You always contradictory, mate. Like, you have a go at Rory for that shit, yeah. You have a go at Rory for that shit. So fucking go for it.
All right. The difference between both of them is I've watched I think I've watched all of the Spurs games. I've literally just got back from a pub from watching the Nottingham Forest game.
Yeah, you go and watch Spurs at the pub quite a lot. Actually, it's weird.
I know it is. It's really weird. Yes. It's because I'm not scared of them. I just want to see what they play like. And
bloody hell,
personally, I think
love it.
Which is going to be surprising. I think the thing that's going to hurt Spurs the most for the title challenge is the defence, and that's something that I actually believe that Arsenal have really strengthened in. The way we had this conversation the other week about whether you prefer the win, just getting the win, or whether you want to see a performance. And from the first opening games, you can say about who Arsenal have played compared to who Spurs have played. The way that Arsenal look like they're playing and winning looks more conclusive than and better than what Spurs are doing. So in my opinion, yes, Spurs going forward and their counter-attacking looks absolutely incredible, and it does. I think it's better than Arsenal's. But Arsenal look more structured, if anything. And when you put into context, are they going to win the Premier League or are they not? Or are they going to challenge? Because that's the question, right?
Okay, go on.
Are they going to challenge? I don't see any reason why Arsenal shouldn't be challenging for the Premier League. And on contrary to that, I don't see any reason why Spurs shouldn't be challenging for the Premier League.
I want to make it clear though, when I say title challenger, they have to push City all the way.
Yes,
not just second place, and City are like 10 points clear.
Okay.
They have to push the team.
And the thing is, we've got. You asked me for is it the next 6 games, Chaz? How many points?
I sent next 5 games. I think I sent
next 5 games, and I said 11.
My head was Villa, United, Everton.
Well, don't go through the whole
Liverpool and Tottenham.
Chaz, who do you think is better equipped before Maddison chips in? Who do you think is better equipped, Spurs or Arsenal, to challenge?
To challenge and go all the way with City for me is Tottenham. I don't personally think that either, by the way, will be able to take it all the way through the season. May well be that we're pushing them halfway through the season.
Yeah.
But when it gets to them real games, and I've said this about Arsenal numerous times, that I don't think, and I sort of see that with Tottenham. The reason I say Tottenham are more equipped is I think the best front three in the league.
Yeah.
And they have a world-class manager. So as long as they can continue to not ship goals, that's the key thing as well, even for Pep's teams, how important the clean sheet is in these games. So like today, there was spells I saw in Nottingham Forest where they maybe potentially with better strikers and that could have scored, but they've walked away with a 2-0 away win, and that's a clean sheet and 3 points. If they can go into that sort of that 3/4 away into the season, when the finals are all about, the Europa League's definitely in the quarters, semis, or whatever, can they compete with City then? That's where we're going to see it. And I don't think both teams are ready for that yet.
You said the same about Arsenal, the way when they start their European competitions and injuries kick in and stuff like that. Just briefly, I did say, do you remember, Chaz? I did say Spurs would win 5-1 today. But I did say, I said Kane will get a hat trick, and I was so close to that. Honestly.
There was at times that they had. It was. I don't know if Maddison has different thoughts to it. I felt that it was a game where there was spells from both teams. The thing that I always felt during the whole 90 minutes is even if Nottingham Forest had scored, Tottenham could have gone and scored like literally 5 minutes later. Every time they got them on the counter, they were dangerous.
That was nice from Richarlison, that ball as well,
Yeah,
and that's another thing that we see from Tottenham. They bring Richarlison off the bench when they're 1-0 up. Obviously, they missed the penalty, and you're thinking, "Oh, there's still time for Nottingham Forest." And then they bring Richarlison on, and then they get the goal.
I think we've been too kind.
What?
Huh?
I think we've been too kind. Like we're talking about the front three, right? That we go on about a lot, and yes, I absolutely agree. I think it's amazing. But off the bench, they have Richarlison and Mora.
No,
that's it.
What? Where are you talking about?
Okay.
Where? Just
come on.
Well, they have wing back changes now.
Yeah, but we keep talking.
They've got Basuma on the bench.
Yeah, but Basuma's not in the attacking line. I'm talking about the attacking line solely, right?
Okay.
We're talking about them bringing Richarlison on. Okay, and we keep going on about
that. You said he was going to start.
But Ollie, who do you have? Who do you have as backup?
Arsenal don't have better backups.
I was going to say, who do you have as backup for Saka in that role?
Yeah, Saka right now is the weak link.
Yeah, but that's same as Spurs, because Richarlison replaces Son, and then Mora replaces Kulusevski. Then okay, we haven't got a backup striker, but we've got two fairly quality options. So,
but I mean, for Arsenal, if you want to put anyone on that attacking line, you've got Smith Rowe, you've got Nketiah, you've got Vieira who can come on and do a job in one of the wings.
We could put Perisic there. Then we could put Perisic there. And he scored 9 in 9.
Yeah, Ollie, I wouldn't say that we've got a much better squad. And I'm not. You might think I'm being kind, but I'm still saying that both teams won't achieve what we're trying to say. But I'm just saying that they look more stable, in my opinion. Like you're bringing up Vieira, we haven't even seen him. We don't know what he's going to be like.
I don't know the more stable. Like I think Arsenal know exactly what they want to do. I think they know exactly how they want to cover people. I think they know exactly how they want to play in different patterns of play, change formations.
Do you know why I'm
different ways, defending different ways?
Yeah, but
this is why I think they're more stable, right? They beat us to top 4 last year. That's why they're more stable, because they have a quality, world-class manager that gets them to achieve them things. You are hoping Arteta achieves them things. You're hoping that they're more stable than Spurs, but
and
right now they're the more stable.
And you're coming from a very biased point of view. You talk about how Arsenal's adaptability. You're not giving Spurs, like you're not looking into their system and their like it's all rose tinted.
What I'd say the biggest thing is you mentioned the defense is looking shaky. We're missing our best defender, Romero.
Yeah, true.
And we haven't conceded. We're unbeaten in 10 games, and we've only conceded. We conceded 2 against Chelsea, right? That was a poor game. Apart from that, we conceded 1 at a time, and that's it. You know.
Yeah, but
and today we should have conceded, but we didn't. It can be a bit scrappy, but we were never out of control of the game, even if we're out of the possession stats.
And you haven't even transitioned the likes of Longley in yet, or Spence, for example.
Perisic has just come in. We're looking at.
You're doing 1 at a time, effectively.
Look, we haven't even bought we were looking for a big centre at this time. We haven't even got that yet. We might not, but we're looking at seasons ahead here, and we're planning hopefully for the future to get one. But
I mean, I'm just looking at someone like Dyer, right, who's been at the club for ages, used to be a DM and is now a centre back. I heard someone say to me the other day he's Tottenham's best centre back. Now you argue now Romero's in that he's your best centre back, and he is. I agree with that.
Yeah,
but Dyer's been good for a year at least.
But Dyer's not a Premier League winning centre back. He's not.
We don't know Gabriel is
or Saliba, even Saliba at this point as well.
I think both of them are much better than Dyer.
Yeah, but also Sanchez, right? And I think he's our probably worst defender, right? He's come in and done a job, and we haven't lost a game in. I think
Probably.
it dates back to. I think I'm not even joking. Every time it started, I think it's a year we haven't lost a game with him. So, but despite his shakiness, he's different, but he still has done a job for us. And we play compactly. We're not looking to dominate the ball or possession necessarily. We're looking to control the areas, the spaces around.
No, yeah, and in fairness, you do play. You
and
do
that's
play
what we
very
do really
differently
well. And we rely on our attack to get us the goals. And so far they're doing really well. So. But
yeah, and I do agree with you.
I sound like I'm backing up for Spurs too much, but I do.
Yeah, you do.
No, but I don't think either team will achieve what we're trying. What the question is, but
Ollie thinks Arsenal can.
No, but I genuinely do think that.
I was going to say the same thing as you, Charlie.
But then, Ollie, even if you do agree with that, even if you think that, you then must think that Arsenal are miles ahead of Spurs.
No. I don't think that. I actually said both of them would challenge.
Okay, yeah.
I have biased glasses on because Arsenal is my team and I back them. But
the reason I don't think Spurs. Oh, sorry, go on, carry on.
No, that's fine. All I was going to say was that they're going to be playing Champions League, right? We're going to be playing Europa League. The squads are going to come into it massively. You've got like the 5 subs that are going to be able to be used in the Premier League. I look at Arsenal, right, and I don't know Tottenham inside out well enough to know how everything's going to change. And yes, personally, I think we're 1 or 2 players short. If we can get them sorted in the transfer window, then yeah, perfect.
Are you not a manager short as well?
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Yeah, but how?
Yeah.
What? Because you don't think Arteta can win
I think
there's an argument. Sorry, Madison. There's an argument for us to say that Spurs' process, as we like to call Arsenal's process, is ahead of ours because we've got to achieve top 4 first, whereas they've got a world-class manager. They brought him in to win stuff, and they got top 4. So now they're going to go for trophies or potentially challenge for the league.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I do understand that. But from our point of view, I might be going too far in what I'm thinking because of how I've seen us start the season. But I can't see a world where Chelsea are challengers, Liverpool are challengers, and City are challengers. You look at City's squad this season so far, before the transfer window ends, and you look at Liverpool's. Yes, there's injuries in both of those teams, but they don't look like they've got massive squad depth. Neither massively do Spurs or Arsenal, but in my opinion, you've got a player for every position in Arsenal to effectively put a B squad out. So when you're playing Europa League games Thursdays and you're playing Premier League games on Sundays, we could effectively put out 2 different squads, injury dependent.
So can others, though. So can others as well.
So can others. But I was looking at City's squad, and I swear they had like 3 players to bring on the other day.
But I think the biggest.
Yeah, I agree with you. City have left themselves short. That was the reason I said I thought Liverpool had better depth. If the injury, once the injuries come back, once players come back,
and Chaz, me and you were talking about this the other day, and the fact that last season City and Liverpool, to lose a game was almost catastrophic. To draw a game was almost catastrophic. Yeah. The way they've both started and the points that they've already dropped. Yeah, but he's going to show that they potentially aren't going to go the full hog again. They might have a dip.
But it's only potentially Liverpool. City have only dropped 1 game.
But that's what I'm saying. A draw or a loss, it was catastrophic.
No,
City
I agree.
Have already got that draw.
With the way we've got the same energy when Europe starts and cup competitions start for Spurs and Arsenal and Chelsea, same can be applied to City if they're unlucky with injury. Because I do think they're lacking. At the end of the day, they lost Jesus and Sterling, who are both the star players now.
Jesus, Sterling, and Zinchenko. All of the players that they would bring.
But wait, specifically Jesus and Sterling are now the star players of Chelsea and Arsenal. Yeah. And City had them as rotational players. They did as well. And obviously Zinchenko as well. So City have lost. They have lost a lot in that sense as well. I do think seasoned veterans like them too.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, and that might be a whole nother debate that they've potentially they've left themselves a bit short. But I think you're almost overrating Arsenal's squad. Like,
I do believe that.
As much as we got the 3 points on Saturday, there was a point where we didn't have control of that game, where we went 1-0 down. And at the end of the day, if we'd gone and messed up that game, you would have had to look at who we brought in before the game. And we had 2 key players out, and that was Tierney in for Zinchenko and El Neni in for Partey. Now, yes, we got the 3 points in the end, but if you're so keen on us having a title challenge, the likes of Jesus and people, the Sakas and all that, they won't be. We can't have them playing in the Europa League if we're worrying about the.
No, but I don't think they are going to be playing in the Europa League.
Yeah, but then it's not
the quality of the competition in the Europa League. You should be playing your El Neni. You should be playing Holding. You should be playing Tierney at left back. You should be playing.
That's not strong enough, though, is it? That's not strong enough
for Europa League. For Europa League group stages, it is.
That squad won't win the Europa League.
Teams drop down, and that could be Inter Milan. Don't forget, we'll talk about this later. I think in the groups possibly, but that could be Inter Milan or Barcelona or Juventus. It could be one of those. In fact, it will be. Like, there's strong teams. Like,
Ollie,
not group stage. I'm talking about group stages. Getting through group stages, yes, absolutely. Where that team can get through.
Yeah, but
without doubt in my mind.
Then Europa League's a long competition. You got round of 32, round of 16. It's a long.
Then that rotation comes in a little bit more. But if you see Martinelli drop out because Smith Rowe comes in,
you're assuming there's no injuries.
Absolutely fine.
You're assuming there's no injuries in that as well. That's a no injury.
Yeah, but injuries going to hinder so many people's seasons. Look at Liverpool the other season when they were decimated. They have a small squad and they had a terrible.
So I'm saying but I'm saying the players that we bring in then. So say we do get that injury, we have to play Nketiah all season.
No, but Chaz, even if you do get the injury, that means Jesus has to play as well. If Nketiah gets injured, he has to go and play in the Europa League as well now, on top of the Premier League.
Yeah, but we're talking about when you get into the back end of the season, you don't know what's going to happen in the January transfer window. We might have sights on the January transfer window and bringing someone else in to bolster the rest of the season.
Yeah, but it's a little bit
like you did with Vlahovic, yeah? As well, like you did with Vlahovic.
Yeah, but Ollie, going off all of that, I mean, Spurs, then you could say everyone could strengthen.
Everyone could, but I'm talking about what you see right now in the positions that people are in. I personally believe that. I personally believe
so you're not,
that both teams are good enough to challenge.
Actually, to be honest, I'm